Hi, welcome back to Mojo Designs. Today we are going to be creating a Mother's Day card. So this is an A2 size. This is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 size of watercolor paper. I generally use just Arches cold press. It's the green pad. That's what I usually use. The B Paper Company, I do like their 9 by 6 paper, but it's been really hard to come by. And Strathmore, like their 400 or 500 series, it's a wood pulp, so it lifts things really easily. I do like that, but I prefer the 100% cotton. Use what you have, use what you like. This is what I have, and this is what I like. So we have, let's do some roses. So I like to have things kind of off the side, so we'll probably do like a single rose with some leaves this way. You could do it from the top, so let's just go ahead and get started. I think I'm gonna go with my 12. And because we have some Quin Rose left over on my palette, we're gonna use that. I'm gonna add just a touch of cobalt teal to that purple. I just wanted a little bluer versus a plummy red. Purple. So we're going to do some C curves. And as I get out to, I'm going to add water and I'm going to press the belly of the brush down. Now I want to go back in and get some more concentrated color. For the center. And the reason I'm using the cobalt teal, it is also a granulating color like this ultramarine of rose. And just look at this. By using those granulating colors, you not only get this texture, but you get the breakdown of the pigments that are used. So you can see this really magenta-y reddish purple. You can see the blue in there mixed with that red to make a darker purple. You can see some of that turquoise or cobalt teal coming, like that's just gorgeous. Like gorgeous. Now don't do what I'm doing and be super fussy with this. Alright. So now I'm going to turn this. We're going to use Green Apatite, which is another granulating color. I did a small little mini look at the color. I shared some extremely top highlights of the color, like just reading from the Danielle Smith website, and just showing you a couple mixes. So I do want to do this series where we take a look at pigments and we take a look at the watercolor just for fun so we can learn the makeup. And I'm okay that, you know, I touched it there knowing full well it was going to bleed. So we have this really super simple Mother's Day card. Once this dries, we can do either 2 or 3 things. You can use some stamps. I would probably lay a sentiment, which we'll probably do, of cardstock, or use this to stamp on, or do some brush script, or you can print something from your printer and put it on there, or you can leave it blank and have your message on the inside. This is just something super simple that you can make for Mother's Day. So let me grab another piece of watercolor paper. And let's go ahead and we're going to paint maybe a couple roses. Just because I'm currently in love with this combination of purple and cobalt teal, we're going to use that. Along with let's see, let's do some, I think, Quin Lilac. Quin Lilac. Lilac. Oh yeah, those two are gonna be pretty together. And then probably throw in just a tiny bit of yellow. So let's do, ooh, the purple. I think I want to do a peony. And I want to charge in some more of the color from the bottom. Kind of go from there. So we have that. Let's go in with the we'll do a rose with the lilac, Quin Lilac. There we go. And then let's, if you don't want that purple spot there, like we can do a whole bunch of splattering, that would be pretty. But if you're concerned, like I have a, just go ahead and you just have a little spot. We'll do some splatter just because that's fun. And then let's take some yellow. Let's put that in here. Why don't we drop a little bit of yellow in here? And then I'm thinking we can just do like some type of a 5-petal flower. Nothing too, just some brush strokes. We'll go back in with a brown. In here, kind of let it bleed. We're going to use our bigger brush, our size 12. You guys are probably going to hate hearing this. We're going to use my favorite green Appetite Genuine. Come in here. We're just going to add a few leaves. Now you can make this more detailed. You can make it less detailed. You could do beautiful realism. And I think I just want one. We'll do that. And here's another Mother's Day card, complete. This one, you can also do the same thing. I might just do something right in the center that says Happy Mother's Day. So let's get these dried, and then let's go ahead and pull out some other options that we have. One I'll do some brush lettering, and another one will probably do some stamping. All right, let's let these bad boys dry. As I say that, probably gonna regret this. I'm just gonna okay, I just need to leave it on. All right, we'll be back. So both of these are dry. I want to go in and add some more, just a little bit of detail. To some of them, just the nature of watercolor. It dries down a lot lighter. So I'm just going to come in here, and however you want to do that, I'm going to soften some of these edges. Now a lot of times I would do this, you can approach this in 2 different ways. I don't want to lose some of the defined edges, but I also I just want there to be a balance between the two. I'm not sure how to explain that, like what I want. So here we have some of the the C curve petals, right? And I want some definition. And all that is doing is adding dimension, definition. I'm going to mix the Indian yellow with some sepia to get like a little bit of a darker browny mustardy color. You could use yellow ochre would be really pretty here. And we're just gonna kind of, I don't know, do this. Then I'm gonna soften some of this. Not all of it, because you want some of the dimension. I may just go back in and add some pure, but there we go. That was adding a little bit of detail to the flowers. So let me go grab some other supplies. Oh, I wanted to add, if you notice some of these water spots, that's okay. We're gonna take a watered down version and whoops, this one's gonna get splattered too. All right, we'll move that one now. If you don't like splatter, don't do it. It's that simple. Let's get some of this quint. And I don't mind that it's over some of the flowers. But if you don't want that, you can just kind of dab it up. Dab it? Dab it up. Oh Lord. All right. Okay, so let's add some of this yellow. And if you notice, I'm trying to keep it like more of the visual diagonal here. You don't have to. I kind of like how it is on the leaves. That's great. You can wash your hands because you're all splattered. Let's go ahead and wipe up our mat. Because if I don't do that now, what's going to happen is I'm going to get paint all over my next project. And I may or may not like it. No, I didn't add any of the green just because we have the three. We have the purple, pink, and yellow. So I thought that's good enough. This one that accidentally got splattered, I think we can add a few more of that purple. Splattery bits. Splatter looks, I think it looks beautiful. Again, if you don't like it, that's okay. And I'm using a bigger brush, so we're getting way more splatters. Let's just kind of dab some of that up. Here. If you don't like splatters. And then I have some black archival ink. It's waterproof. You don't need to have waterproof ink for this part, but you know, why not? And then I brought, this one isn't Mother's Day, but it is by My Favorite Things, More Essential Sentiments. So lots of lovely, encouraging sentiments here. Hey you forever friends, hello there, I love you most, I miss your hugs, you and me always, I'm totally grateful, happiest of birthdays, I need your hug stat, you get me, thank you, you give the best hugs, so sorry for your loss, you're my happy place, the world needs more of you, you are loved a lot, you are the sweetest, you are my family. So I thought this would be fun for Mother's Day. Like you are loved a lot, I think is what I'm going to use. So stamping was my first crafty love. I think like most everybody introduced to stamping, we used to have local scrapbook shops and Stampin' Up! Parties. So that's how I got introduced to stamping and all the beautiful different companies. So if you're not used to using, these are a high quality polymer stamp. Kind of want to line it up, you want a block. I like the block with the grid because then I can make sure my sentiment is straight. Doesn't 100% mean I'm going to stamp that straight. But this is the easiest out of the two. So let's go ahead and move that off to the side out of the two methods. So we're just going to, if you wanted to, you could paint on here, make a matching color with your watercolors. That would be fun. I'm just gonna kind of leave it plain. I do like simple things. At one point in my life, I used to love a ton of knick-knacky. I'm no minimalist, but I don't like clutter at all. As I've gotten older, I only want the things that I know that I'm going to use and that I love around us. So we're gonna let that dry and then we're gonna cut that out. And I think it'll be for this one. Now that I see that white, I'm glad we used the archival. I think, sorry about that. So while that's drying, let's go ahead. Now you can do Happy Mother's Day. You can do I love you. I think I'm just gonna do Mom. So there's a couple different ways. You can do, now this is watercolor paper. Even though it is the smoothest watercolor paper, it's not hot press, but this is my smoothest cold press that I have. There's texture, that's okay. And with brush lettering, so something to that effect. I think I like this one. Your downstrokes, you press the belly of the brush. Your upstrokes are your thin strokes. And then we'll just do Mom like that. You could script out Happy Mother's Day. Whatever makes you happy. Now let's go ahead and color. What color do you guys think? Okay, so you could use a trimmer. I don't want this perfect. Now there are times that you do want things perfect, but this is handmade. These are flowy, washy style watercolor. So you have this. This would be okay. You are loved a lot. Maybe we'll put, let's cut out Mom. This, I think I want to script up there. Now that I see this, I think I want to be brave and just script Mom up there because I don't like the addition of the paper, but that's okay. That's why we do this. So I always like to turn my paper, which could be a dangerous thing because I could tend to be crooked, right? So let's use our grid. I kind of want it about right there. I'm just going to draw a little line that we can erase. And let's go ahead and script Mom. Again, my downstrokes are my thick, my upstrokes are my thin. And you go a lot slower than what you would think. Now, this paper, this colored watercolor paper is super textured. That's all right. You see little bumps. Once this dries, we'll go ahead and erase that. So let's focus over here. We have the stamped image. I don't know, I think, or do I like the mom on this one too? No, that covers up too much. All right, go with that one. Let's pull out the watercolors. My first instinct is do the purple, right? Because that's the darkest, that's the... So why don't we do a little more of the cobalt teal color. You know, with the purple just a little bit. Let's just see. And we really want it watered down. And because this probably would have been better to do first, just because the colors that I'm using, I'm dabbing over the letters, they're semi-transparent or semi-opaque, however you want to word that. So that means it's not as transparent, and you may see some of the particles or the pigments or the filler. I think I like the blue. I might add, you can use foam tape, so it's a little raised element. I'm just going to use my ATG double-sided tape. Love this thing, bought this one probably close to 15, 16 years ago. Works great. All right, and then right in the middle here, kind of, I think, off center a little bit. It's good. You could do flag ends if you wanted. I don't like that. Let's do middle. Or off to the side. Let's try that. Now I'm just being super picky. I don't know if I like that at all. We're just gonna leave it. And this is why it takes me sometimes a lot to get a card done. All right, I don't know if I like this. We're gonna leave it. We're gonna add these to your A2 card bases, and then you have some Mother's Day cards. Thank you for watching. I hope you are inspired and sending many creative good vibes your way. Have a great day.